What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So, since last episode, I spent some time working on our server room. Yep, let's go take a look at it. Go down, here we are. We got a nice white floor now. I got rid of all of the other blocks that we were using for the floor, and this is what we're looking like now. Everything is well lit. I got rid of all the torches. I think it's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Yeah, we got rid of all the torches. I've used a lot of painted glowstone. You see the tooltip changes on one of these, doesn't it? Or maybe I'm on the wrong. Yeah, it's okay. So this row right here, these are the painted glowstone. Then we got regular block, and then painted glowstone all the way around the edge. So yeah, we've done like lines of painted glowstone there. I think this is a line of painted glowstone. Kind of going between all the servers and stuff just to make sure everything is well lit and properly lit up. Places that I don't have that, you can kind of see right here, these, well, maybe you can't see. It's kind of hard to tell, really. But these look kind of brown compared to the other areas around. Yeah, this right here I can see is the painted glowstone. Then there's a couple spots without it, and I think we have another line right here. But yeah, those kind of look a little brown to me. Anyway, I guess you can kind of see the pattern on the ceiling too, where the lights are. Eventually, I'll put the light in the ceiling as well, and that'll be all lit up, and you won't be able to tell the difference. But yeah, I wanted to make this room look really clean, like it was supposed to look originally. So yeah, I went with these the large enamel tiles, or I guess it's exactly the same as what we're using on the ceiling up here. I was gonna say very much the same, but it is the exact same. So yeah, we have these on the floor. I was trying to figure out what we want to do for the walls here. I haven't really decided for sure if we're going to keep our enameled wall or if we're going to go with something a little bit different. But yeah, since this is supposed to be like a server room, it's supposed to be really, really clean looking. So yeah, this is where we're at right now. I still got to figure out what we're going to do with our auto processing thing, because this is kind of ugly and out of place here. It definitely needs its own area or its own place to exist. So yeah, that's something I'm still looking at working on in the future. So I wasn't really happy with the way that we ran these wires down below. I put some covers here, by the way, to cover up those holes. So I was trying to figure out different methods of, making that look better down below when I'm working on the wiring. I know it's not really that important, but it's just something that I was messing with. Basically, what I wanted to do is have the wires go straight down underneath like a clear glass floor, then run underneath that clear glass floor. And then wherever we needed to make connections, it would run straight up into these machines. So we could see all the wiring below us, and then like whenever I needed to connect to one of these, it would just run straight up. So anyway, that was the original idea, and I started playing around with it, and I'm not happy with the way it is right now. I'm just gonna tell you guys straight out. I'm not happy with the way this turned out, but it is really weird looking down here, isn't it? So yeah, like I said, the idea was these wires would run straight down below this clear glass floor, and then they'd run like over here, for instance, and then they'd run straight up to these machines. That was my original idea for this. But yeah, I was trying to figure out what we would make this the subfloor out of. And yeah, I decided to go with anti-blocks because I haven't really made these before or checked them out or anything like that. They are a really weird block. Mobs can't spawn on them. They don't emit any light. You can't light them up. They're just kind of like a color, a solid color. Anyway, I was just playing around with those, and then originally I'd made this all white down here so we could see the wires much easier. But yeah, like I said, they don't emit light, so they look really bright, but all the wires are dark looking. So then I tried making them like a lighter gray color just so they're not as blinding white. And then, yeah, it was just kind of weird. So I added in some borders to try and, give you some sort of depth perception. Anyway, I'm not really happy with the way this turned out. But one thing I did discover after trying white and then trying black, let's come up here. These black anti-blocks are really disorientating. Like if you place these out and make a room out of this stuff, like you can't see the little line you normally see when you're pointing at a block. So it's just like completely black. It is super difficult to place these things too. It's hard to tell where you're placing. But like if you made a room completely out of these things, there is no way to tell which way you're facing, which way's up, which way's down. Like it's black. That's it. You can place a torch and then the torch is kind of like hovering in midair. But yeah, it doesn't light anything up. It doesn't give you any point of reference, really. It's just a really weird block. Anyway, yeah, I thought I'd try the white ones since mobs don't spawn on them, and I wanted to make those wires, you know, easier to see. But yeah, these blocks, I just don't think they're gonna work for this purpose. Now, you could make these like the lime green or the regular green color, I believe, and use these for a green screen if you wanted to do that. That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, I thought I'd show you guys these since I've never really made them before. And the recipe isn't too expensive. It's just 8 stone around a glowstone dust, and you get these white ones. Yeah. So you get the white ones, then you can chisel them into these different colors. Like so. So yeah, you can do any of these different colors that you wanted to. Like these lime, I think would make a pretty cool green screen if you wanted to do something like that. They do have a black border, but like when you connect them, yeah, they're solid in the center. So you could do something, with them, I guess. Anyway, wrong button. So today, what I want to work on, we were trying to do the wireless terminal last episode for, what were we doing? The wireless terminal for our EE system. And it turns out that we need that security terminal, which requires an energy acceptor, which means we need to make galadorian metal, which means we need a lot of gas tiers. At last count, we had like 20 gas tiers. I think, I guess we're up to 56. I think you needed 100. I can't remember the exact amount you need. But anyway, I want an automatic way to collect these ghast tiers, and that's something I want to work on today. Put these away. Get those out of my inventory. Yeah, I got like all my stuff rearranged in a weird place. It's hard to find everything I'm looking for. There we go. Okay, so I want a way to automatically collect those gas tiers. Now, we did this before with the powered spawner. We have a powered spawner here with a ghast, and it was spawning really slow because we made the area that was spawning in about the same size as a ghast, so it can't spawn in multiple different levels. It was very confined, and yeah, it'd fail at spawning a lot. So I want to make one of these in a bigger room so we can spawn a lot of gas really quickly. We can try taking a look at the draconic evolution, the teleporter thing like we're using for the wither, wherever those blocks are. I'm blind, I can't find them. I think this thing, yeah, this guy, and then it's these blocks right here that we need for the teleporter frame. Yeah, we can look at getting these so when the gas spawns, it'll be inside that portal. It'll warp to a room outside, and it'll have plenty of room for other gas to spawn. I think that's what I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get some stuff crafted up. I think we still have some of that obsidian, the wither boss proof stuff. Yeah, we got 94 of those, not a whole lot. I'm not sure how big of a portal we need, but yeah, each one of these blocks requires 4 of those. So I'm going to have to make a lot of that stuff. Draconium dust. I have smelted pretty much all of the stuff. We're at 20,000 ingots right now, by the way. So really excited looking at getting the power storage set up with that as well. Sometime in the future, I'll probably have to macerate some of these or take some of these apart to get the dust. But anyway, I'm going to do some crafting and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so I'm in the middle of doing some crafting here, and we are running out of our Certus Quartz ore. So normally I would just do this. We get the Certus Quartz and a lot of experience. Now, people have been telling me that there is an item from Runic Dungeons called, I think it's the Ring of Experience, or maybe Ring O, yeah, this thing right here. Okay, so Ring O Experience. Now, people are telling me that this item will take any orbs that are around you, the experience orbs, so instead of having to wait 5 minutes for all those get sucked into your body or whatever, they immediately go in. So if that's the case, this is something I really want for doing operations like this. Now, I don't know if I've never used it before, so I don't know if that ring will go into a bubble slot into one of these spots, or if that's just a thing I have to keep on my person. I guess we will figure that out together since I've never used it before. So Ring O Experience requires a Bottle O Enchanting and an Experience Rod. So yeah, we do have 2 bottles of Enchanting. I think we got these from those treasure bags before. I can't remember how we got them. We got them from somewhere. Maybe it was a Runic Dungeon treasure chest. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We have them, so we can go ahead and do some crafting here. So we need 2 Solarium and then 1 Energetic Alloy for our Experience Rod. Pretty easy. And then let's make this guy Ring O Experience. So does this go in a bubble slot? It does. Well, I guess it can go there anyway. I don't know if that is the best place for it, but that frees up an inventory spot. So let's check this out. Oh man. Those experience, oh my goodness, that is amazing. Let's turn off the magnets just so we can enjoy the silence of collecting experience without all the experience in our face. Oh man, that is really good. Okay, well, I really wish I would have listened to you guys earlier because this is gonna make things so much better. Oh, that is awesome. Great tip, guys. Thank you. So another little trick that was pointed out to me last episode, which I think is really cool, is a way that you can use NEI to fill in your pattern terminal when you don't actually have that item. Now, normally, what you do is, like, if I wanted to auto-craft this disenchanter, I would click this and shift-click the question mark, and it auto-fills everything that I have in the system or in my inventory. Yeah, it'll fill that all in. Why it doesn't fill in this thing like it used to in 8U1, I don't know. But anyway, the missing item here, we go to the disenchanter, is an enchanted book. So what we can do is just search NEI for enchanted book. There's this item. We can click and drag this right there, and that fills in the pattern for our blank pattern. So we can auto-craft this if we wanted to. Why that doesn't shift click in there, I don't know. That seems kind of silly that you can do it through NEI, but you can't just shift click it. Anyway, yeah, so what I thought was a bug previously, when you can, click and then drag a stack, is actually a useful feature for things like this when you are creating a bunch of patterns. So yeah, very cool. I like that. I didn't know that before. Thanks for the tip, guys. I'm still playing around with this NEI thing because I think this is the neatest thing ever. It does not appear to work on like resonant filters from thermodynamics, unfortunately, but it does appear to work on translocators. So over here, like on this translocator, for instance, I can click on here and then say wyvern flux capacitor, or this pig can be filtered out. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, guys. So what I got going on here is a bunch of stuff. What I'd like to do is set up our powered spawner. So what we're going to do is we're going to set that up, I don't know, right here with this. Let's turn this thing off so we're not spawning gas everywhere. So the idea is our Tesseract is going to power the spawner. This thing's got the top tier capacitor in there, so it should spawn as fast as possible. Now the way spawners work, if this works exactly like a vanilla spawner in 1.7.10, the way the spawner works is it should be able to spawn mobs at 3 different levels. I don't really have good blocks to show you guys, but it should be able to spawn it at the same level as a spawner, 1 block above and 1 block below. So we have 3 different levels where a mob can spawn. And a ghast is a pretty big mob. So the spawner should also be able to spawn up to 4 blocks away from itself. So 2, 3. Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks away. And a ghast, I believe, it requires a 5x5x4 area to spawn in. So it, it's pretty wide. So it needs a 5x5. So if it could spawn right here, we would need 2 blocks of space further away for it to fit in a 5x5 area, right? So anyway, yeah, we need a pretty large area for this thing to spawn in, and I guess this would be like the wall, the maximum distance away that we could spawn. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 6x6 area around the spawner is what we need for this ghast to spawn. Okay, so that's what we're doing there. And now another thing that I'd like to do, I've made all these different things for Draconic Portal. I think we're going to have the portal be like at this level. I'm not sure if the ghast can spawn inside of the portal or not. We might have to move it up so it's 1 block higher than that. But I'd like to have the portal like right on top of the spawner here. So that'll be inside the topmost area where a ghast can spawn. So as soon as the ghast spawns, it's going to be inside that portal and be teleported somewhere else. That is the idea. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I do have enough blocks here where I think I can make this an 11x11. And then we need 1 block for the corners. Anyway, that is the amount of blocks I made here. 48 of those, and I made the dislocator receptacle so we can put our charm of dislocation where we're going to have the killing area in. So also I have brought the diamond spike from our wither skeleton farm. Since we aren't really using that at the moment, we do need to get an automatic way of getting those guys collected. But yeah, we're not using it at the moment. So I have this here so we can use Reaper 5. I want to spawn that ghast in a little enclosed area, or I warp it to an enclosed area and have it immediately run into a spike. If we can get a ghast mob soul, that'll be amazing. Then we'll be able to spawn these things ridiculously fast and get all of the ghast tiers we ever want with the flip of a switch. All right, so that's the idea. Let me get some stuff together here. I'm going to build the spawn room. I'm going to build a room where we can contain the ghast once it warps, and we'll check that out here in a minute. Yeah, so I did my math wrong. The ghast can spawn 7 blocks away from the spawner. It needs that much room. So yeah, basically we had to make it like a 13 by 13 size square. Yeah, so that's what we got here. This weird thing right here. I'm not sure what that's all about. I can jump in there and I still get teleported. That is on a chunk border, so I guess that has some significance to it of why that's a problem. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't seem to affect the fact that if you enter that little spot, you get teleported. So I can jump here, and I end up in our little glass box right here in the center of it. So I have some fans that we can turn on and off if we choose to. Our spike right there in the very center middle, and then we have a transfer node with a stack upgrade, world interaction upgrades, and some speed upgrades. That's just going to be sucking up all the items that these ghasts drop and put them into this chest. I did test this to make sure this works, so if I turn off my magnet, for instance, and I drop this tulip or poppy or whatever right there, it gets automatically picked up right away and it ends up in this chest, so we won't be losing anything. Cool. So the next thing is, oh, those wires look weird from the other side, don't they? Huh. Anyway, the next thing to test is to see if this is actually going to spawn in the ghast. Yep. So let's see how this is going to work. Haven't tried this yet. This is going to be the first time only for me. So let's turn this on. Energy mode receive only. Now this spawner is set to only spawn with the redstone signal, so we'll turn that on. So now it's cooking up. So hopefully we should see a spawn every single time. And hopefully it does get warped through the portal. That was like instant warp, instant death. Is that how the... Was that 2 of them? That might have been 2 of them. Is this gonna be instant kill every single time? Wow, I wasn't expecting it to work like that. Oh, we also got experience. I guess my ring experience is automatically picking that up. You can hear gas from a long ways away, by the way. Like if I'm over here, probably can still hear them die, maybe. Yeah, you can. So anyway, I wanted this far away from the base. I didn't want this where other mob farm was because that would get old really quickly. Eventually we're gonna have a big mob farm similar to this where we're killing every single mob. At least that's the idea that I have. Once we get the mob souls from each and every single one of these, we'll have like a draconic spawner for everyone. Stabilized spawner. Yeah, and it can't be near the base for this reason. Uh-huh. So have we gotten anything cool yet? Wow, we already got a stack of ghast tiers. What? How did we get a stack that quickly? We haven't killed that many, have we? Well, I know that has looting 3 on it. That just... Oh, we just got 3 ghast that time. Wow, okay. Well, I guess we'll be getting these pretty quick. Now, I just hope we get a ghast soul sometime soon. Then we can change this out for the stabilized spawner, spawn these guys in stupidly fast. And yeah, that'll be really great. Okay, well, I tell you guys what, we're gonna have to just AFK for a bit and wait for stuff to happen, and we'll be back, guys. All right, guys, so I had to change out the chest for this diamond chest. We were just running out of space waiting for a mob soul. Shh, I'm trying to talk, ghast. In fact, you know what? Let's come over here for a second. Enough. Yeah, so I had to change out this chest to a diamond chest because we were running out of space waiting for a mob soul with the normal chest. And I just opened this a second ago. And yeah, well, we got 2 trophies, so that's pretty cool. I don't even know what these trophies do. What do you do? Oh. All right, that's enough of that. But yeah, check it out. We got the mob soul here. This thing is huge. It takes up like all the space. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we got the Draconic Evolution Ghast mob soul. So this is awesome. So we can replace that powered spawner with a stabilized spawner, put this mob soul in there and spawn ghast way faster, and we get a whole bunch of these mob souls for later on, just in case we need to move spawners or whatever else. So that's the next step. Let me go ahead and get a stabilized spawner in there, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so we got a stabilized mob spawner here. I just went to the runic dungeon and just found a skeleton spawner. Yep. We have this redstone conduit running underneath the ground over here to this lever, so I can turn that on and off from over here. So we want the redstone turned on because that'll stop the spawner from doing anything. So let us put this, oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta see what this looks like. Oh, that looks ridiculous. So we need to put this mob soul, into the spawner if I can point at it. There we go. All right, so that's a really big looking spawner. So this has every single upgrade available, so we can spawn up to, I think, 10 ghasts at a time if they can fit here. So it's gonna get really noisy really quickly. Let's see how this works. Oh my goodness. All right, all right. Whoa. Okay, that's not what I want. Hold on. Music sound. Turn that off. Okay, so apparently a ghast saw me and shot at me and then blew out this window, so that is a problem. I guess if you're doing this, you want the top completely blocked in. Yeah. But this is pretty good. There we go. Is that 3 more mob souls right now? Oh my goodness. All right, you know what? All right, let's do that. Is that 3 more of these mob souls? Oh man. All right. So we're doing pretty good here. I'll probably let this go until we get about 10 or so, and then we'll have to switch this out, I think, to some other killing method to get these ghast tiers. But look at how fast we are getting those guys. There's 50. Now we're at 60. With its 9 more. Oh man, that is so good. Gunpowder and ghast tiers, 4 days. I can't wait till we get a proper mob tower going where we have like every single type of mob being killed in a similar fashion. Yeah, that's gonna be really good. All right, guys. Well, let me go ahead and do some more stuff off cam, and we'll be back. All right, guys. Well, last episode, I think I'd mentioned that I'd like to auto-craft the galadorian metal if it was possible. We need that to make that security terminal so we can do our wireless access. So, I was looking at this, the enhanced galadorian metal. We need 2 of these for the wireless terminal to make the energy acceptor as a crafting component for that. Anyway, the large lump of Galgador is smelted into this. So if we could make this, this would be pretty awesome. So one of those is 9 of these. Yep. And to get 2 of those, you need a block of diamond glowstone, eye of Galgador, which is magma cream ghast tiers, eye of ender, fermented spider eye, and some stabilized metal. So yeah, the stabilized metal requires a little bit of smelting for this refined hardener. So we have a pattern for the raw hardener. We don't have a pattern for this. So that would be something that we could set up. So anyway, let's see what we can do here. All these patterns I have created so we can do this. We just need to get the auto smelting portion of this hooked up, I do believe. So let's see. Let's see if we can craft one of these. All right, so it looks like I have enough of the refined hardener available for 1. All right, so let's craft that. That's probably gonna take a minute. If we tell us to craft another one, are we able to do it? We can. But we don't have any crafting CPUs available. There we go. So now we can craft up a second one. Cool. In order to get that stuff hooked up, though, for the auto smelting, we'll probably end up using this one, our electric furnace right here. I think this is going to be the machine we'd want to use. Now, what's below this machine? Anything? There is nothing below it. So we could put an interface directly below this machine. Unfortunately, I don't think we'd be able to put a marble cover on it. I don't know if there's a way that you can cover... Oh no, there is a way with the interfaces. We can make it the cable instead of the block version. Anyway, we can put an interface on the bottom of this machine, which would put items in here. This would smelt it, and then we could put the automatic item ejector into the interface. So that could be a way that we could auto craft using this. And I'd want to use this particular furnace because with the speed upgrades, the overclocker upgrades, this thing smells like 5 items at a time. It is super fast. Anyway, we might look at this here in a minute. I don't know just yet, but we do have the large lump of galadorian. Let's grab the other one. This one right here, and it looks like we have 2 small lumps left over from the crafting of these. So we can take these over here into the electric furnace. There is our enhanced galadorian metal. So this is going to allow us to get a little bit further in the crafting for what we need to do. But honestly, we're running out of space here for all of our auto crafting stuff. So I'm going to have to hook up more of those auto crafting units that we had shown last time. So security, this thing right here requires a 16K in this ME chest, which requires all of this. All right, let's click right here. How close are we? Well, we got that much done. So vibrant alloy block. We're out of vibrant alloy, so I need to make some of that. Okay, that's good to know. And the enderium block. Oh, we have those. Okay, so we are missing 9 vibrant alloy. And then whatever goes in the center. The quantum core, enriched scenarium. Yeah, we do have a lot of this stuff. I think there was like 4 of those, or did I need to make 16? I can't even remember. Anyway, this is stuff that we will hook up eventually to be auto-crafted, so I don't have to keep fumbling around in there. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go hook up another auto-crafting bank like we did last time. Hook up another one of these so we have more space to put our patterns. Yep. Let me go ahead and do that, and we'll be back, guys. All right, guys, so we should have everything ready to auto-craft a security terminal. This thing takes a lot of stuff. Yeah, 4 nether stars, vibrant alloy, enderium blocks, all the cenarium, irradiant uranium, enriched cenarium, 32 iridium reinforced plates. Yeah, lots of stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and craft it up. It's probably going to take a couple of seconds for this to go. There's a lot of stuff. Actually, that was quicker than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, some of those things are already pre-made, like the galadorian metal is already smelted and all this stuff. So, security terminal, there we go. So we can grab our wireless terminal, and we can grab our wireless access point and our wireless boosters. Sweet. All right. So let us go down here to this level. Yeah, I'm not sure where we're going to put this thing permanently. I guess we could just run it right off this thing, or we could stick it up off the controller up there. I don't know. For now, whoops. For now, I guess we could stick it right there. And then we can link our wireless thing to this. So now it knows where the AE system is. So this thing should work right away. Oh, you know what? We need to have this access point somewhere as well. Yeah, this stuff I'm going to be moving. I'm just doing this right now so we can see this thing work. All right, we got a light. So now we should be able to see everything that's in our system. Cool. The the wireless boosters. I forget how much this boost. I think you can only put a stack in there. All right, so that goes up to 528 meters, which is probably further than where we need it to be. Maybe 300. I'm just looking at this AE per tick. I mean, we could stick it up there. That's no problem. That's just going to be using a lot more power all the time. But what that means at 500 meters, we could probably use this thing, well, over by our big reactor, which is pretty far away, for one. Yeah, it still works over here. I wonder how far away that actually is. Over here by this tree? Still works. Up here on this mountain? By this node? Yep, it still works. Well, we probably don't need it this far. This is quite the distance. I assume that means this is going to work over by our B area. Yeah, this is way closer than where we were before. But yeah, that's still pretty cool that we have access to all of our stuff from this far away. I like it. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, I tell you what, I think we're going to wrap the episode up here for today. We finally made the item that I wanted to make last episode. Well, towards the end of it. The wireless terminal is so good. The only thing that I don't like about it is I don't think there is a way that you can craft in this thing. That's the only thing I wish they would add, is a wireless crafting terminal. If we had that, it'd be super, super amazing. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.